Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I wanted to do something kind of fun, and that was to calculate the 10 best experience rates in the entire game. Now I want to make a quick distinction between the quickest 99 and the quickest individual experience rates. Now in most cases, the skill that has the highest experience rate possible will most likely also be the quickest 99, but not in all cases. For example, some experience rates aren't available into a much higher level, so I'm not going to be focusing directly on what skill is the quickest from 1 to 99, but only on the ones that have the highest potential experience rate possible. Now I'm not going to be including the more impractical methods. I will include them at the end just for fun, but this top 10 is going to be expensive but viable methods. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and let's get started. Now out of all of the melee combat skills, defense is by far the quickest to level up, and because of that it actually breaks the top 10 at around 300k defense XP per hour. Now the way you get the experience is by using Black Chinchompas on the long fuse setting. Because the experience rates for range are so incredibly high with Chinchompas because of the AoE combat experience you're getting, even though you're only getting about a third of the total experience in defense, that still equates to about 300k defense experience in an hour. Now that is under the assumption that you have 90 or more ranged, and you have a very high ranged attack bonus. Now what's really nice about Chinchompas is there isn't actually a defense requirement to start using them, which means you can go all the way from level 1 to 99 defense. The cost per XP is around 8.5 to 10 depending on prices. However, that is also including the ranged experience, so to get from level 1 to 99 defense is going to cost almost double that at around 210 mil, and is going to take about 43.4 hours from level 1. Okay, next up here coming in at number 9 we have Smithing. Smithing has very high experience rates that you can get. It goes up to about 380k smithing experience an hour, even more if you are tick perfect. And that is of course smithing gold bars with the goldsmithing gauntlets equipped. The goldsmithing gauntlets increases the experience rate per gold bar from 22.5 to 56.2, which is about 2.5 times more. So it is a substantial upgrade. What's kind of nice is the cost per XP is actually pretty low at about 2.54 GP per XP, which means from level 60 it's going to cost you about 33 mil and will take about 33.5 hours. Coming in at number 8 is fire making. No surprise here. While Wintertot is one of the more popular methods to train fire making, actually burning redwood logs is a slightly higher XP per hour and is still very cost effective. When you're lighting redwood logs, you can get around 400k XP per hour, and the cost per XP is only about 0.84 GP, so under 1. The only drawback is you can't start burning these until level 90 fire making, which means to get from level 90 to 99 will only cost you about 6.5 mil and will take you about 19 or 20 hours. Okay, coming in at number 7 is a crafting method, and that is crafting black d'hide bodies, which kind of tops out at around 425k per hour. A very simple method. It's not that cost effective, however the experience rate is unparalleled. The GP per XP at the current prices is about 10.65. However, you can't actually start crafting black d'hide bodies until level 85 crafting, which means from level 85 crafting to 99 is going to cost about 105 mil, but will only take you around 23 hours. Another option is cutting dragonstones, but it provides less experience per hour. Now coming in at number 6 is a one tick method, and that is one tick Karambwans. This method is really good if you have the endurance for it. It can provide upwards of 800k cooking experience per hour, which is by far the best method in the game. If you're not one ticking, that XP rate drops dramatically. Now you can start doing this at very low levels, but the lower level you are, the higher chance you'll have of burning the Karambwan and the lower experience rate you're going to be getting. However, what's really nice about this method is it doesn't actually cost anything at the current prices. You will actually make some money, somewhere between 5 and 10 mil. Now at 800k per hour, it's going to take you around 16 to 20 hours to get to 99, depending on what level you actually start at. Out of any of the one tick methods, this one is probably the easiest to learn. You just have to hold down the spacebar and click from your inventory onto the range back and forth as quickly as you can. Coming in at number 5 is ranged, and that is of course once again Black Chinchompas. Once again, Black Chinchompas benefit from being an AoE attack, which can get you an insane amount of experience per hour. upwards of 850k per hour at higher levels. While you can start throwing Black Chinchompas at 65 range, you won't be getting 850k an hour at that level, but once you get 90 plus, maybe even 95, you can actually get 850k or more XP per hour. The GP per XP is around 8.5 at the current prices, which isn't really too bad, which means from level 65 it's going to take you around 105 million GP and around 15 hours. Next up here, coming in at number 4, is a construction method, and while there are a few very impractical methods that give you insane experience rates, the highest practical method, as far as I'm aware, is building Mahogany Tables, which caps out at around 900k experience an hour in construction. And when I say reasonable, it is still very expensive. The GP per XP is 16.5 currently, which means from 52 to 99, it will cost you over 200 mil, about 215 to be exact. However, with that experience rate, it will only take you about 14.3 hours to get to 99 from 52. And while that is a pretty serious investment, for those who are just trying to max their house, it would probably cost substantially less because there are quite a few boosts you can get for construction. So that could be cut in half, if not more, if you're really trying to be cost effective. So now we're breaking the top 3, and coming in number 3 is a prayer method. And that is burying superior dragon bones. If you are burying superior dragon bones in a maxed house with the max prayer boost possible, you can get around 1.3 mil per hour in prayer, but it is going to cost you a lot of money. Now, what's interesting about the superior dragon bone, unlike any other bone, it actually has a prayer requirement to use of 70, which means you can't start doing it until level 70. Now, the GP per XP is quite expensive at around 27.5. which means from level 70 to 99 is going to take you about 340 mil. However, it'll only take you about 9.5 hours. Now, this is under the assumption that you are manually burying the bones on the altar and not doing it automatically. This increases your experience rate substantially and is the only way to get the 1.3 mil XP rate. Now, if you decided to go to the Wilderness Chaos altar, it would only cost you half that amount, so only around 180 mil, and your experience rates would still be over a mil an hour at around 1.05 mil. But that is not including any deaths or any setbacks like that, so the rates would probably be much less than that. Okay, coming in number 2 is actually farming. Now, it's kind of hard to visualize farming because you are doing it for just a little bit every day, but the effective experience rates of farming are extremely high, as most of the time is spent waiting for your crops to grow, which means the actual time spent farming to the XP you're getting is very, very high. Now, there seems to be a bit of a debate on the effective experience rate for farming, but it can definitely be over 1 mil an hour, and once you're closer to max, you can start planting all of the different patches at the highest tier seeds. You can get up to a 1.5 mil per hour as an effective experience rate. Now, the cost of 99 is going to vary quite a lot, and so is the time to 99. But with that said, farming does provide one of the highest effective experience rates per hour, at least at higher levels. And finally here, coming in at number 1 is, of course, fletching, and more specifically, fletching dragon darts. Now, if you have access to a tablet, or if you are using mouse keys, you can get upwards of 4 million XP per hour by fletching dragon darts. The reason that this is so effective is that you can potentially make a lot of darts in a single tick. If you had a machine to do this for you, you could actually get 10 mil or more XP per hour, but it's not really humanly possible without a bot or some sort of machine. However, like I said, if you have a tablet, a human can actually get about 4 million XP per hour in fletching. The only drawback is you need level 95 fletching to make dragon darts. The GP per XP of darts is around 18.4, which means that from level 95 to 99 is going to cost you about 78 mil, but it's only going to take you just over 1 hour. EvScape has a video of him on YouTube getting from level 1 to 99 fletching in just over 3 hours, I think. So it is by far the quickest skill in the game, albeit very expensive. Okay, so last up here, I had a few honorable mentions. These are not practical methods for the most part, but I thought it'd be fun to calculate exactly how much money it would cost to get level 99 with these methods. Okay, so first up here is creating eternal Pegasian or primordial boots. Now, I'm sure a lot of you saw that Torvesta video a couple years ago where he tried out some of the crazy methods that would be totally impractical, totally expensive, but provided technically the highest experience rates. Now, this was one of them, and it requires level 60 runecrafting and magic to do this method, and obviously a ton of money, but you get around 350k runecrafting and magic experience per hour, which means 700k in total, which is insanely good. The only drawback, which is a huge one, is it's very expensive. Now, the cheapest way to do this would be by creating eternal boots. Currently, they only cost around 4 mil. And currently you lose about 60k whenever you create a boot, which means the GP per XP is around 150. Now, just from the combinations, to get level 99 magic and runecrafting, it would cost around 1.9 bill, which that is already an insane amount of money, but that is not the most restrictive part. Now the second biggest issue is that would require 250 bill to buy all of the materials, which is insanely expensive, but the worst part is to buy this on one account, it would take 708 days to get all the eternal crystals, or about 2 years. Now another honorable mention that is not really practical but is kind of fun to think about is building demon thrones. Now this actually requires 99 construction to make, so I'm going to calculate the time taken to 200 mil. Now building demon thrones gives you 12 million XP per hour in construction. However, you need 25 magic stones to make it, and that is about 25 mil per demon throne. Now it will give you 25,000 construction experience, which kind of helps offset the GP per XP, but you're still going to be at about 982 GP per XP, which means to get from level 99 to 200 mil is going to cost around 182 bill, which granted is a bit less than I thought it would be. And the funny thing is it would only take you 15 hours. Now that is something to think about. Now a couple other quick honorable mentions is making Dragonfire shields is around 1 million XP per hour in smithing, and the Bake Pie spell, which is actually a viable method and provides about 450k cooking experience and 100k magic for about 550k total. Anyway guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see something similar, maybe the actual quickest 99 skills or other weird training methods, I would appreciate it if you let me know, either with a comment or a like on the video. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I will see you next time.